Well, it's bittersweet. We are leaving Saigon. It's been 3 weeks here, a month total in Vietnam. We've loved the city. It was tough to decide to leave, but we actually came to Vietnam because we want to ride a motorcycle from Saigon to Hanoi, from south to north, and that is the adventure we came here for. Saigon really sidetracked us because we love the city so much, but we gotta go. Now, a couple of days ago, we did do a visa run, so we crossed the border into Cambodia and back on the same day. Very easy to do on your own, or you can pay for a more expensive service to do it, but we did it on our own, it was fine. However, one funny thing, now, because I'm from Canada, I needed to get an e-visa into Cambodia and an e-visa back into Vietnam. But Alan, because he's from Indonesia, did not need to do that. He can cross the borders freely. However, even though I told him that it's a common scam to ask people for 100,000 dong to leave Vietnam, I told him when he was sleepy early in the morning. And so I exited Vietnam, and then when he followed me, he said, "Oh, they made me pay 100,000. No, he got scammed. That's a part of travel, especially in Southeast Asia. Also very common in Latin America. At the border, land borders, they often ask you for money to leave or to enter. Now, when he got to Cambodia, which was a 2-minute walk away, they did ask him for another 100,000 dong, which he said no to. And they also asked him for 100,000 dong to leave. But he was smart that time. So that day, he only lost 100,000 and joined the league of many travelers who've been scammed at the border. That's just what happens. Now, the other thing we were really busy with this week was choosing a motorbike to go with from south to north. Now, there are a number of places that will rent you a bike and you can drop it off in Hanoi. However, we decided to go with Style Motorbikes. The 2 other places were really great, but we just connected with Style. We felt they had really good customer service. Alan has been riding a motorbike for all of his life, and so he had a lot of questions, and he also had concerns, and he had some things that he wanted to have changed, very technical things. From my perspective, I felt really great with the fact that they have 5 different offices as we drive up, and so you're never far from actually popping into a shop, and it just made me feel good knowing that, hey, if we're halfway there and something goes wrong, we actually have people to talk to. They also have 24-hour service. You can call them at any time. And if you get stopped over by the police, which happens a lot with foreigners, you can actually call them and they'll talk to the police on your behalf. So that was fantastic. Now, we visited them 3 times in total. 1 in the exploratory visit, 2 to actually go through the finer details and to pick out the bike, and then 3 yesterday to actually go through the bike, do last-minute tune-ups, last-minute questions, and we are set. So I'm so excited for this. Now, this video today is going to be about driving to Mui Ne, which is a beach destination not far from here, but on a motorbike, it's gonna take us about 5 hours, probably longer, because we're going to want to stop, we're going to want to stretch. But what Style Motorbike said to us was 75% chance we're going to get stopped by police as well, before Mui Ne and probably after when we leave. Now, Alan has a motorcycle license from Indonesia. He also has an international driver's license, so we should be okay. But the police here in Vietnam have a reputation of pulling over foreigners and wanting a bribe. So we'll see what today's video is going to be. It could be a beautiful drive along the ocean road and everything goes smoothly, or it will be the story of how we got stopped by the police and we had to pay a bribe. We'll see. It will be a mystery, but I'll let you know, fingers crossed. It's a boring ocean drive, beautiful view video with some good food. We'll see. Want all my tips, including what didn't make it into videos? Check out my Vietnam guide for what to see, eat, and do, plus crucial tips for renting a motorbike in Vietnam.
Later start than we thought, because we stopped at the chicken and rice place that we love. I featured in the video, the neighborhood video. The couple there is so sweet. We ended up talking. He's actually from the ocean as well as me. I guess as well as you too. But now it's after 3 and Mui Ne is almost 5 hours away. So we're probably gonna have to stop along the way because we don't want to drive at night, and there's no reason to. We can always get up early and reach Mui Ne tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Ready? Go down to the water. No, really. Now we are off. We are heading to Hanoi. But first, Mui Ne. stop. So we agreed that we should try to stop every hour just to get a drink, to stretch our legs. And I have to say, this first hour, this is not the scenic route. This is not the most beautiful. You can hear it's really loud. We found like the first stop that we could get a drink, but it was nice to stop and be greeted with Trada. But there are two ways to get to Muine. One is fast. It's a highway, but you have to be a car to go on it. And then the other is what they call the Ocean Road, which I heard was scenic. But it's just trucks and bikes, just trucks and bikes. And so not very scenic at all, but hoping that'll change. I think we're definitely gonna need to stop along the way because it's already starting to get a little bit dark. And we're just kind of figuring out the bike, realizing maybe we could repack in a different way. We'll see. It's like, we're just gonna take it easy. If we need to go for another visa run, no problem at all. We're just gonna take our time, not rush it. So as I was looking to the map just to see how far we were because it's getting dark and where could we stop, we're not on Ocean Road at all. We're way above the Ocean Road. I don't know how we ended up there because we said to avoid highways, and yet we kind of got on a highway, but we need to find somewhere to stay because it's at least another 3 hours away and sunset is in 1 hour. So we have to figure out, do we stay on this road or do we try to now go down to Ocean Road? So I looked for a place on Google Maps. I just looked up hotels, and so we found one 10 minutes away. And it's in a town I'm gonna have to look up that has a lot of churches and also a lot of billiards clubs. I don't know. I'm not really sure where we are. We went the wrong way, we got rerouted. And I think we're now heading down to Ocean Road, but this hotel room you drive your bike into. And what we were most afraid of when we left Saigon would be really hard beds, but this one is actually pretty good. So overall, good. 200,000, which is, I don't know, between $8 and $10. Anyway, the nice thing about it is it's actually kind of on the main strip, so we can leave everything and like focus on what they need, have a shower, and we don't have to worry about the bike or our bags or anything all night. So far so good. Good morning. So this Love Motel was actually pretty comfortable. I think part of the reason was we were so tired. Even though we only drove a couple of hours, it was just, I guess, the stress of getting ready, getting the bags all set up and going. But as soon as we left Saigon, prices dropped significantly. So I just still don't know what town we're in, but it's half the price of Saigon. So last night we had dinner, 2 of us, chicken, rice, soup, drink, and it was 75. And then this morning we had bun bo, 30, and then coffee was 12. So it's definitely cheaper here, which is fantastic, but we're headed to Muine, which is a big tourist attraction. So I think that's going to end. It's gonna go back up to Saigon prices, maybe. It is low season, so maybe not. We'll see, but it's 2.5 hour drive. We have pledged to stop every hour, so that's what we're gonna do. And I didn't have any footage this morning of breakfast because we went to the market and I thought, you know, there's nothing, I don't need my phone, I'm just gonna charge it. And of course, it was awesome. There was lots of seasonal fruits, vegetables, people, and that's because I don't think anybody ever stops here. So it was just us with kids pointing at us and saying hello, practicing any English that they knew. It was really, really cute. So this is the reason why I wanted to do this motorcycle trip, is that we can stop in these small places. You know, when you take public transit, you pretty much only go to the big tourist destinations, but this is gonna take us definitely into the smaller spots where we have no idea what the name is, and there's no English, and that's okay, because Google Translate is our friend.
Anyway, I will see you in the next video, which is when we will be in Muine. Join my Patreon community for more behind the scenes and exclusive content you won't find elsewhere. You can also find me on Instagram, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. All of these things make my day. Thank you so much for your support.